Hey everybody, what is up and welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to talk about this beautiful air rifle. This is the Weihrauch HW50S, so stay tuned. So we're going to dive right in and we're going to show you what this little air rifle can do. Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel, and it is winter time and it's a little chilly out here. As you can see, I got a sweatshirt on, I've got my vest on and stuff, but I wanted to do this video about this beautiful air rifle that's made in Germany. This is the Weihrauch HW50S. Hopefully I said that right. It's either Weihrauch or Weihrauch. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce that, but I'm gonna go with Weihrauch. That sounds really cool. Anyway, this is a beautiful German made air rifle. This is in 177 caliber. It's an amazing air rifle. I've got a Hawk 4x32 scope mounted on it with adjustable AO, which is actually probably one of my favorite scopes for shooting break barrel air rifles, because I've never really seemed to really need anything else for the distances that I shoot these at like 50 yards or less. I mean, I do shoot them further than that, but 50 yards or less for like hunting purposes. The 4x32 is a great scope. It's not too expensive. You can get the 3x9x40 for a little bit more money, but these scopes are about $107 to $109, and they really work well on these rifles, so I really like them a lot. But we're going to get into this rifle. I'm going to read off some specs for you. I'm going to talk about it a little bit, and then we're going to dive into some shooting. So let me click on my camera here that's already set up for filming that, and we're going to read off the specs here real quick. It's a 177 caliber air rifle. It shoots up to 820 feet per second, is what they say on the website, on Pyramid Air's website. And it's got a beach stock, and it's ambidextrous, left or right-handed if you want to shoot it. It's very easy to shoot either way. Very nice gun. But that's all the specs I'm gonna do. If you guys want to get into like ballistic, what it like the impact and all that and stuff, you know, what the pounds that are hitting, I can't even remember what that's called right now, but what the foot pounds of energy is hitting and stuff, you guys can research that. You can take that 820 feet per second, punch in the little calculator that Pyramid Air actually has, and it'll tell you what the foot pounds of energy are going, because I can't remember what the foot pounds of energy right offhand are that at 820 feet per second. But I am also shooting, ammo wise, I'm shooting the 8.44 grain JSB pellets. These are the exact Diablos. I had the 10s, the 10.4s or 10.5s, or whatever they are, and stuff. But the 8.4 seem to shoot a lot better in this gun with a lot tighter groups, so that's why I'm shooting these. We have a Beeman R7, which is also the Weihrauch HW30. That's a whole other thing. I'll do a video on that and explain to you what that means. But that also likes these pellets as well, so that's why we use them, because they work well across the board. This thing packs a punch, though. As far as this rifle goes, if you guys want to talk about what game I would try to take with it, rabbits, squirrels, and birds all day long, not a problem. You can easily drop them. Just a great small game gun all the way around. It packs a punch. It packs a whop. You guys will hear it when we shoot it. Just really great air rifle. It feels great in hands. Like this gun is a little more expensive. As of this video, it's going for like $449 on Pyramid Air, and I think you can get them for $399.99 at Air Guns of Arizona. I know it's a little bit less at Air Guns of Arizona. Both companies have free shipping. I will put a link to Air Guns of Arizona and Pyramid Air down below, and you guys can go check it out. Whichever one you can get it cheaper at. I got this one from Air Guns of Arizona. They shipped really quickly, and it's just a great gun. The feel of these guns compared to like a Gammo is just hands down 100%. It's a 100% difference and stuff. And once you shoot one of these, you're not ever going to want to shoot a Gammo again. Now, you guys know I have several Gammo air rifles that I really like, and I do shoot, and I've made some videos already on some of those Gammo air rifles, and I really do like them because they're a great budget gun. But when it comes down to like just pure precision and a great air rifle that you can't go wrong with, that is going to last you, this is a gun that you're going to pass down to your kids, and your kids are going to pass down to their kids. That's how long this gun's going to last. It's going to be passed down through generations, because the build and the quality of this is amazing. The beach stock on this is amazing. The comfort, the fit, the finish, the record trigger that is on this gun, because it has the record trigger, which is adjustable. If you guys see right here, you can adjust your trigger right there and make it as light as you want to. I will tell you, I didn't do any adjustments on it because the trigger was perfect out of the box with this gun, and I've had no issues with creep or anything on that as far as shooting it since I've owned the gun. Now, I got to tell you, when I was a kid, my grandfather had a Weihrauch, and I don't know how old that one was, and I used to shoot that one when I was growing up and stuff, and that's what made me really like break barrel air rifles. Now, there's a few things you guys need to know about break barrel air rifles. Even with these high-end break barrel air rifles, just like the Gamos and the lower-end ones, you always got to check your screws. You got to check your stock screws here. This has a screw right here, and then you have 2 screws right here. You always want to check those and make sure they're snug, because of the vibration and the shock that spring puts out when you fire it can loose those up. Now, I'll tell you a way to alleviate some of that is a little bit of blue Loctite, which I put on here and I put on here. A little bit of blue Loctite and snug that up will help from those screws loosening up. Now, they still can loosen up, but it just doesn't, it takes a lot longer for that to happen and stuff. And so far, since we've done that with these, we really haven't had to really do any of that. But I still check my screws every time I go to shoot my air rifle. I check my screws, I check my zero, and then I shoot and stuff. And that's something you should always do, especially if you're going hunting. Before you go out and decide to shoot at something, you should make sure your zero's on, whatever range you zero your gun at. Make sure your stock screws are nice and tight so your gun is going to be accurate as possible. Make sure that scope is on. Now, the other thing that's nice about these guns is that they have the iron sights on them, so you don't have to have a scope. And this gun is extremely accurate with the iron sights. I did not feel like taking my scope off of my gun to shoot it with the iron sights, because this thing is dead accurate right now, and I don't want to mess with it. But the iron sights are extremely accurate. Even out to 30 yards, you'll still get the kind of groups that I'm going to shoot with the scope. You can get those with this. This gun is extremely accurate. Very pinpoint accurate, and I mean, you can take this thing out to 40 and 50 yards with this thing. It's extremely accurate. Now, I'm going to shoot a target at 30 yards on paper, and then I'm going to shoot a couple of the steel targets to show you how accurate this gun is. I haven't shot in a while, so you have to forgive me if my groups aren't as tight as they usually can be, but this gun is a tack driver, so don't judge my shooting on this gun, because I don't think I'm the greatest shooter in the world. I just enjoy shooting air rifles, and this thing is an amazing air rifle, and I would highly recommend this. If you're going to get into air rifles and you want something that is very precision, extremely accurate, and it's going to last a lifetime, and then your kid's lifetime and their kid's lifetime, these Weihrauchs are the way to go. And I actually own 3 Weihrauchs and 1 Beeman R7, and I want to get the Beeman R9. The Beemans are made in the same factory that the Weihrauchs are made in, and that's a story I'm going to tell when I do the Beeman R7 review, so you guys be looking forward for that. But these are awesome. They're great rifles, and so let's get into it. Let's do a little shooting. We're going to shoot on paper first, and then we're going to shoot a couple steel targets, and then we will wrap this video up for you guys. So let's get into shooting on the paper first. All right. Let's see how we do. We're shooting at 30 yards. I pulled that one. That was me. All day long. I'm wobbly. Not my best shooting. But let's go see how we did. All right, guys. Here's my card. Here's my target right here, so you guys can see it. I didn't even really take any warm-up shots today. It's a little chilly out here. We got a little bit of a breeze as well, but I shot like my squirrel twice, and I shot my rabbit out there at about 30 yards twice, and then I went for it. And this is what I got, and this is 30 yards away. I've got an MOA coin here. I want to show you that MOA coin is gonna cover up those. If you look at my shot group, let's show you what we got here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 in here, and then we got one flyer. That was me. I pulled that shot 100%. But if you look right here, I can take this coin, and that coin right there will show you that. See if I can hold it here so you guys can see it. That we're within that 1 inch, sub 1 inch group right there for 30 yards with this gun. This gun actually shoots tighter groups than that, but that's pretty good. That's 4 shots in that coin, and 1 flyer. So not really bad. I actually shoot this gun a lot better than that too, but I haven't shot in a while. I haven't been out practicing in a while, and I just kind of went for it, just to show you kind of, it's been several months since I've actually shot any of my air rifles. And I just took a couple practice shots to make sure my scope was on, and then I went for it. And this is the group I got at 30 yards. And I'm not complaining with that, because that group right there is going to take out any squirrel, rabbit, or even bird that you're trying to get. So it's not bad. Again, I'll try to show you guys this one more time so you can see the coin, and the shot placement. See if you guys can see that pretty good. Hopefully you guys can see that and kind of see we're in that 1 inch group, which is really nice. And I always like to do a paper target shot first, just for accuracy, because I know you guys like to see that pinpoint accuracy. And I'm not the greatest shooter in the world. I don't claim to be the greatest shooter in the world. I'm decent, but like I said, it's a little chilly out here. I'm a little chilly. I was a little shaky. I'm not making excuses for that though, just because of the weather, because you have to be able to shoot in inclement weather stuff, especially when you're hunting. It's not always going to be perfect conditions. So that's why I decided to make this video. It's winter time, it's cold, and I decided to go for it and see what we can do. But what we're going to do now is we're actually going to shoot some of the steel targets out there that I got. We're going to go do this one lane that I have. I'm going to zoom in with my camera here, and we're going to shoot this one lane. There's 1, 2, 3, there's 4 targets out there, and hopefully I can hit that really far target. This is about 40 yards out there. It's like 35, 40 yards out there. But hopefully we can get it. I will put up each target will have the distance on it, what that distance is for that target. Will be lit up back there, so and then you'll know which target I'm actually shooting at as well. So let's do that real quick. Let's ping a few of those and stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna shoot them back up. I think I'm just gonna shoot them down. So it should be 4 shots, maybe 5 if I miss. But we're gonna try to go for that and see how that goes. So let's do that right now. Let's ping a few of those so you guys can kind of see how this will perform on animal targets. All right, guys, we're gonna go for it. We're gonna shoot some of the animal targets. So let's get at it. One thing I always tell people: always keep your hand on this when you're cocking these guns, because if this thing goes back up and your finger's there, you can take your foot thump off. So we're gonna go for the squirrel on the right first. And we're just going to knock them down. I'm not going to shoot them back up, because sometimes you have to hit them a couple times to shoot them up. So we're just going to knock them down. So we're going to go for that little squirrel. He's not too far out there. There you go. One squirrel down. Now we're going to go for the prairie dog. And this thing definitely packs a good little wallop. Go for the prairie dog. Prairie dog's down. Now we're going to go for the rabbit. And the rabbit's like 30 yards out. Rabbit's down. And now we're going to go for that really far little diamond. The diamond's like 2.5 or 3 inches wide. I think it's like 2.5 or 3. No more than 3. Let's see if we can hit that diamond, because it's out there. And there's the diamond. All right, so that shows you some pretty darn good accuracy with this gun. And, you know, we're shooting anywhere from 18 yards all the way out to like 35, almost 40 yards. And like I said, the little things should be up there so you guys saw the distance on it. And this gun is really, really accurate. So let's wrap this video up. All right, everybody, so that was the shooting, okay? My paper shooting wasn't the greatest in the world. I usually can shoot a lot tighter groups than that, and I don't know where I set that target. I set it back over there. But still shoot a good group. You guys saw with the MOA coin that it's still within that 1-inch group at 30 yards. You know, 4 out of 5 are in that 1-inch coin area. And then you always, you know, if you guys can tell me how to eliminate flyers, you know, I mean, I'll be happy to listen to you how to do it. The other thing I want to talk about, you know, wrapping this up, is that every air rifle requires a specific hold, and these air rifles especially don't like to be held really tight. You know, so you want to just bring it into your shoulder, but you don't want to yank it in there. And if you guys notice, I'll show you, I had my hand just open. It's not like basically I'm shooting like that, but I just let my fingers just rest. And I'm not pulling the gun in. I'm just holding it really nice and easy to where I can hold the gun steady. And I'm just doing a steady squeeze on that trigger and stuff. Every air rifle likes to be held differently, so that's one thing you gotta learn. Like when I shoot my Gamos, they like to be held totally differently than these Weihrauchs do. Totally different. These like a really light touch to them, where the Gamos, they like a little bit more snugness, but you still got to be loose on the handle up here. And the other thing is that your hand placement, where you're putting it on the stock, actually matters as well. So you have to figure out where that gun likes to be held. A good frame of reference is this little screw right here, is a good frame of reference to where to rest your hand. If you notice, I kind of had my hand here, my fingers kind of out, but where that screw is right there is where my hand is resting on that gun. And I've come to find with all my Weihrauchs, that's a good point to pinpoint where you're at that screw thing. And then on my Gamos, I found where the screws are screwed into the stock. That's a good place to have your hand on the front end of it to give it the control you need, to give it the accuracy you need. So just a little tip for you guys when you're shooting these things. You don't want to snatch your triggers and stuff, but they all are critical, I guess, critical to shoot, in that they all prefer a specific hold when you're shooting the air rifle. So always keep that in mind when you're shooting air rifle. Every one of them, every air rifle I have likes to be held just a little bit differently and shot a little bit differently. You can start off with your basic technique and then work through there, and you'll figure it out. You know, I've come to find that all my Weihrauchs are very similar in how they like to be shot, and then all my Gamos are very similar in how they like to be shot, but there's just a little bit of tweak in each one. So just something to keep in mind when you're shooting air rifles. Excuse me. And I love shooting spring air rifles and gas piston air rifles. I prefer the springs over the gas pistons. It's just a personal preference. It's nothing against them. I just prefer it because the gas pistons have a lot more shock, I feel, than my spring guns do and stuff. And the spring guns, if you guys are working on guns, are a lot easier to work on than the gas ram ones in the end. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. These are great air rifles, and I want to showcase the Weihrauchs because I love them. They are expensive. I mean, when you're talking about, you can buy a Gamo, like I did the Gamo DX22, and that was like 139 bucks, and that's a great gun. And at 30 yards, it's a tack driver, and I can take it out to 40, but you know, that's a tack driver. And if you guys haven't seen that video, go check it out, because that's a great little rifle, and for 139 bucks you can't go wrong. And when you're looking at being able to buy an air rifle like that versus an air rifle like this, is, you know, this gun is $449 just for the gun, and then you got to buy a scope, and so you throw one of these Hawk scopes, this Hawk 4x32s on it, that's another 110 bucks, you know, and stuff. So you're looking at, you know, you're at $560 for an air rifle, and there's a lot of people that can't afford that. But I will tell you, if you can't afford it, buy one of these, because you will not be disappointed in that rifle. Whether you get the HW30, the HW50, they have the HW70s, they have the HW77s, they have the HW80s, there's HW95s. There's so many different versions that they make, and they're all in different price ranges. You know, and I'll get into the real expensive Weihrauchs because I own 2 of those, and they are the high-end ones. I mean, you're talking like, you know, $790 for the gun, and then throwing a Hawk 3x9 by 40 on it, you know, which is another $140. I mean, you're looking at, you know, $800, almost $900 for an air rifle, which is a lot, but I'll tell you what, it's worth it. So anyway, that's enough of me rambling. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video of me shooting this Weihrauch HW50S. Like I said, you can find it at Airguns of Arizona and Pyramid Air. And no, I am not sponsored by anybody. I paid for this gun with my own money. I just enjoy making these videos to help you guys out, and I enjoy shooting and making these videos to showcase things that I am using and that I like to use when I shoot all the time. And my wife and I love to shoot these guns. We get out here with them all the time as much as we can. Hers is actually the Beeman R7, and there's actually a video of us shooting a while back that I put up, and she's shooting that gun and I'm shooting one of my other Weihrauchs at the time, so you guys can check that out as well. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Any questions and comments you guys have, please feel free to put them down below. I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. Like I said, I'm no expert in any of this stuff. I just enjoy shooting it. I like showcasing the air rifles that I like to shoot and that I own. This is a great setup. Like I said, Hawk 4x32 adjustable AO scope on it, really great scope. And I've got, the Weihrauch HW50S, and it's a great combo, works great, especially if you guys want to hunt small game or you just want to plink and stuff. This is a great rifle. Definitely check it out. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button, because it really does help the channel and help boost the channel, and it doesn't take anything, doesn't cost you anything. All you got to do is click that subscribe button and click that like button, and you're done. And that really does help out the channel. It helps me build it up. Hopefully, I can get to the point where I can start getting monetized and be able to start help paying for some of this, is the goal, so it's not always coming out just totally out of my pocket. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we will see you guys on the next one. I will be making many more air rifle videos down the road, because I've got PCP air rifles as well that I'm going to review. So you guys take care, get out there, have some fun shooting, and we will see you guys on the next video.